Welcome back to the Deep Dive. Today, we're uncovering something quite surprising, I think. An astonishing transformation within an industry many might overlook. The humble coconut.
That's right.
And specifically, how the Philippines is leveraging it for, well, national development. We're not just talking tropical drinks here.
No, definitely not. It's a strategic push, really, to turn this incredibly versatile fruit into a global economic powerhouse.
So we're embarking on a deep dive then.
We are. We're looking into the comprehensive coconut farmers and industry roadmap. People call it Cocoa Firm. It's, the national blueprint.
Okay.
But we'll also explore some really groundbreaking private sector initiatives that are actually bringing this vision to life. It isn't just about farming.
Right.
It's about a whole national strategy, creating high-value products, leveraging bioenergy, even building the advanced machinery needed for it all.
And this is all underpinned by that Trust Fund Act. RA 11524.
Exactly. That act is crucial. It set up a dedicated fund, repurposing historical coconut levies, specifically to modernize the industry and, importantly, directly empower farmers through lots of different programs.
Okay, so our mission today is to give you a shortcut, basically. A shortcut to understanding this whole multifaceted push.
Yeah, from the big national strategy down to, innovative business models.
And how it all aims to empower those farmers, build a sustainable, competitive industry, and maybe offer a few aha moments about just how much potential one crop can have.
Precisely.
Okay, let's unpack the situation the Philippines face. I mean, it's a top coconut producer, right? Coconuts dominate, 69 out of 82 provinces? That's huge.
It's massive, almost a way of life, as you said.
But it's historically been a tough sector. We're talking 2.5 million farmers.
Yeah.
Many living below the poverty line. Kind of trapped, yeah.
Trapped is a good word. A cycle of aging trees, really low productivity. You mentioned the average yield.
Just 44 nuts per tree per year.
Mm.
It's painful when you hear the potential.
It really is, especially when the genetic potential is, well, it's staggering. 80 to 150 nuts per tree. That gap represents immense lost opportunity.
And lost income for millions.
Yeah.
So amidst all these challenges, what's the big picture? What's the national vision emerging?
Well, the unified vision is pretty ambitious. It's aiming for a resilient, secure, sustainable, and globally competitive coconut industry with empowered and prosperous farmers.
Resilience stands out there.
It does. It acknowledges the sector's vulnerability, climate change, market swings, stuff like that. And the key to achieving this, to moving beyond just exporting raw stuff,
Is focusing on value.
Exactly. A sharp focus on high-value coconut products, HVCPs, things like cocoa coir, virgin coconut oil VCO, and cocoa sugar.
So those three are the spearhead.
They are. The idea is to directly address decades of neglect, really, and fundamentally lift the entire value chain, create more income streams at every single stage.
That paints a stark picture, doesn't it? Considering the scale of those challenges.
Yeah.
So Cocoa Firm picks these three: cocoa coir, VCO, cocoa sugar. Chosen for export potential, value add, empowering farmers. Okay, let's peel back the layers. Cocoa coir first. What exactly is it?
Right. So cocoa coir is basically the natural fiber from the outer husk of the coconut, traditionally, used for simple things. Floor mats, brushes, maybe some rope.
Pretty basic stuff.
Yeah, but here's where the ingenuity comes in. Its surprising and actually ecologically vital role in environmental protection, specifically through bioengineering for erosion control.
Erosion control with coconut husks.
Exactly, especially in large-scale infrastructure projects, think roads, dams, riverbanks.
So this isn't just finding a new market. It's completely reevaluating what was essentially waste.
Absolutely. It transforms cocoa coir from this low-value byproduct into a critical tool for national development, infrastructure resilience, even climate change adaptation.
How does that work? The bioengineering part.
Well, think of it like using natural materials, the coconut fibers, to create living systems that stabilize soil, especially on slopes. It helps prevent landslides, flooding. It fundamentally changes its economic and environmental value.
Wow.
Yeah, the industry even launched a campaign, Me Cuarta sa Bonut.
Which means?
There's money in the coconut husk.
And it's created some really unique livelihood opportunities, too, like for inmates at Bislig City Jail who are now trained to process the husks.
That's incredible. And globally.
Philippines ranks third in exports, but get this, it's seeing the fastest growth rate, average of 24% annually. Huge potential there.
But there must be challenges for the industry as a whole.
Oh, definitely. They call it a twin challenge. Enhancing competitiveness and sustaining inclusive growth.
Twin challenge, meaning they're linked.
Intrinsically linked, yeah. You can't really be competitive globally long-term if the growth doesn't benefit everyone, especially the farmers, right?
Makes sense. So how does the roadmap tackle that? It focuses on establishing competitive quality standards, setting up a national cocoa coir industry council for coordination, and expanding into new markets.
And the government's role.
Crucial mandates like Memo Circular Num 25. It's pushing for the use of cocoa peat and geonets in government projects for erosion control.
Cocoa peat and geonets.
Yeah, cocoa peat is the fine, dusty stuff from the husk, great for soil. Geonets are like these strong, natural fabric meshes that physically hold the soil. This mandate creates a massive, guaranteed domestic market.
Which helps de-risk investment.
Exactly. De-risk investment helps scale production.
Okay, that does sound smart. But, I mean, could mandating it lead to bottlenecks? Or drive up costs if production can't keep up fast enough?
That's a fair question. It's a valid concern. And that's precisely why the roadmap emphasizes both the Industry Council for Coordination and boosting processing capacity.
So the demand pulls the supply.
That's the idea. Create predictable demand, incentivize private investment to scale up production. It's, a calculated risk to spur growth.
Okay. Shifting from fiber to oil then. The next big player, virgin coconut oil, VCO. What makes it special compared to just regular coconut oil?
Right. So unlike typical refined coconut oil, VCO is extracted from fresh coconut meat using natural methods. No bleaching, no deodorizing, no harsh chemicals. It keeps its natural aroma and flavor.
And its appeal is growing.
Skyrocketing, mostly due to recognized medical, therapeutic, and nutritional values. There were even studies by the DOST, the Department of Science and Technology.
I heard about those. Potential benefits for COVID-19 patients and African swine flu.
Yeah, those studies generated a lot of interest. The industry's ambition is pretty bold. Become a global producer of high-quality, competitive, therapeutic, and sustainable VCO compliant with acceptable global standards by 2030.
Global leadership in a niche product, that's aiming high.
It is. Now, the pandemic did cause a temporary dip in processors back in 2021. Supply chain issues, high logistics costs, you know the story. But the long-term outlook is incredibly strong. The roadmap outlines this phased scaling of processing capacity, from micro-level up to medium scale.
Using different methods.
Yeah, various wet and dry methods. Wet methods use fresh coconut milk. Dry methods use dehydrated meat before pressing. Each has advantages depending on scale and the kind of oil you want. And the plan is significant expansion across Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao by 2030.
Okay, that expansion, though, you mentioned the goal is high quality. Given this aggressive scaling across different regions, what specific mechanisms are actually being put in place now to ensure that quality, to prevent inconsistencies? That seems like a massive challenge.
It absolutely is, and it's a primary focus. The roadmap really emphasizes harmonizing the national standards with international ones, implementing things like good manufacturing practices, GMP, and HACCP certifications.
The hazard analysis stuff.
Exactly, plus investing in testing facilities. And crucially, farmer training on proper harvesting, post-harvest handling. Quality starts right there at the source.
So building a reputation for consistent, premium VCO.
That's the goal.
Okay. And finally, cocoa sugar. This is the crystallized nectar from the coconut blossom, right? Used for centuries in Southeast Asia.
That's the one. And its big selling point, health-wise, is the low glycemic index. Makes it really attractive for health-conscious consumers avoiding refined sugar.
And the strategic goal is position it as the top natural sweetener brand by 2030, explicitly differentiating it from regular sugar.
Yeah, avoiding a direct market collision. Currently, only about 2% of production goes international, so huge room for growth there.
But there must be challenges.
Oh, yeah. Price competitiveness is a big one, especially compared to places like Indonesia, partly due to higher labor costs for tapping the sap here in the Philippines.
The tapping itself is labor-intensive.
Very. And there's always the threat of product adulteration mixing in cheaper sugars. These cost pressures really highlight the strategic brilliance of focusing on that low glycemic index.
Right. Compete on health benefits, not just price.
Exactly. It's a deliberate move. Avoid the price wars, compete on the unique health angle and premium certifications, carve out a defensible niche in that global health food market.
So pursuing things like halal, organic, fair trade certifications.
Aggressively. That's the key to penetrating those health-conscious international markets more effectively.
Okay, so we have this ambitious national roadmap, these key high-value products identified. But how does this translate to the real world? How are companies actually taking this vision and making it work? making it empower farmers.
Right. This is where we look at a specific example. Green Agro Integrated Industry Corporation, or GAIC. They operate down in the Davao region.
And they have this fascinating zero-waste, whole-nut processing philosophy. What does that mean in practice?
It means GAIC's model is basically a living example of Cocoa Firm's vision, maximizing value from every single part of the coconut.
Nothing wasted.
Nothing. Their main revenue, sure, it comes from the premium stuff, VCO and cocoa flour. But the real ingenuity is in what they call byproduct valorization.
Making value from the leftovers.
Exactly. Converting everything, the hard parts, husk and shell, become industrial materials like cocoa fiber, peat, charcoal, extracting valuable liquids like coconut water, and even getting bioenergy like biodiesel from kernel residues.
Even the skin, the testa.
Even the pear testa, yeah. That thin skin that's often just discarded.
That zero-waste idea is powerful. Rethinking waste, embracing innovation, and what's really visionary, I think, is their integrated plan that goes beyond just coconuts, incorporating jatropha cultivation.
Get this, yeah. They're using jatropha cultivation to dramatically enhance their biodiesel production.
So it's not just another crop, it's strategic to boost the coconut biodiesel.
Precisely. It's about making their bioenergy plans economically robust, scalable. This deep dive into jatropha transforms biodiesel from what might have been a minor byproduct just from coconut methyl ester, CME, into a major revenue stream.
How major?
Projected to account for 30–35% of their total revenue. We're talking a combined jatropha and coconut biodiesel output reaching 56.7 million liters over 5 years.
Wow. That synergy is kind of a game changer, isn't it? Leveraging an existing value chain and just scaling it massively.
It really is.
And the financials reflect that. You mentioned impressive projections.
Very impressive. The whole model leverages about $700 million in total investment. That's for 3 coconut processing sites plus the jatropha integration.
Can't have a turn.
Leads to projections like a 5-year total revenue of $4.53 billion, a 585% ROI, and a payback period of just 1.8 years.
585% ROI.
Yeah.
That's not just impressive, it signals a huge shift, doesn't it? From that traditional low-margin farming to a highly profitable integrated industry. It proves the economics work.
It demonstrates the viability, yes.
But okay, that 1.8-year payback sounds amazing, almost too good to be true. What are the main risks that could derail those projections, especially in agriculture, which is notoriously volatile?
You're right to ask. There are definitely risks. Primary concerns would be, fluctuating global commodity prices for both coconuts and jatropha, pest outbreaks. And of course, climate change impacts. Typhoons are a constant threat in the Philippines.
So how do they mitigate those?
Well, GAIC hedges its bets partly through that revenue diversification. They're not just relying on biodiesel, right? There's VCO, cocoa flour, the other core products. Plus, those long-term farmer contracts provide a degree of supply stability, helps manage raw material costs.
It showcases the power of diversifying revenue streams and aiming for market leadership in these integrated bioproducts.
Absolutely.
And crucially, how are they making this sustainable for the farmers, really empowering them, given the sector's history?
This is key. GAIC's model includes a really robust farmer partnership framework. It goes way beyond just buying their nuts.
How so?
Well, they currently work with 1,200 coconut farmers covering 6,000 hectares, and they're adding another 1,200 jatropha farmers, cultivating 16 million jatropha trees, often intercropped with the coconuts on another 6,000 hectares.
16 million trees. And what support do they provide?
It's comprehensive. Subsidized inputs, so lower costs for farmers, extensive training in nursery and farm management to boost yields, emergency funds for, unexpected events, and guaranteed minimum pricing, plus quality bonuses, all under 10-year contracts.
10-year contracts. That provides real security.
It does. And the bottom line is it ensures farmers retain 40–60% higher incomes than they would from traditional copra farming. That fundamentally changes their economic outlook. And their loyalty to the program, you'd imagine.
Okay, so all this advanced processing, integrated value chains, these strong farmer partnerships, it makes you wonder who's building the tools, the actual infrastructure for this transformation.
Good question. And that leads us to Quantum Machineries and Construction Corporation, QMC.
QMC. And their mission?
Their mission is pretty direct. Transform Philippine agriculture and rural infrastructure by delivering world-class machinery and construction solutions.
So they're the builders?
They play an absolutely critical role in this whole ecosystem. They're set to become the Philippines' premier manufacturer of coconut processing machinery. And, crucially,
Yes.
they will be the exclusive machinery supplier to GAIC's VCO and biodiesel facilities.
Ah, so it's all connected. That creates a powerful, integrated supply chain.
Exactly. Farm to finished product ensures efficiency, quality control, and importantly, local self-reliance in manufacturing these advanced machines.
And this isn't just basic farm equipment we're talking about, right? QMC is pushing the envelope, advanced manufacturing. What does that actually look like for making, say, coconut processing machines?
It means they're using cutting-edge tech. Imagine CNC Systems computer numerical control precisely crafting specialized machine parts with incredible accuracy.
High precision stuff.
Very high precision. Or robotics automating tasks like sorting, husking, processing the coconuts. That drastically improves efficiency, reduces labor costs.
So like Industry 4.0 principles.
Exactly. QMC is bringing Industry 4.0 smart factories, automation, data exchange directly into making agricultural machinery. And they're already looking towards Industry 5.0, things like AI integration.
So it's about leapfrogging traditional manufacturing, bringing really cutting-edge tech to Philippine agriculture.
That's the goal, and it's vital for global competitiveness.
That feels like a huge leap for agricultural machinery manufacturing in the region.
It really is, and QMC has ambitious targets. They're aiming to capture 25% market share in government agricultural machinery programs within just 3 to 5 years.
How will they achieve that? What's their edge?
Their strategic advantage is their dual capability. They manufacture the specialized processing equipment, and they provide the construction solutions.
Ah, so they can build a factory and equip it.
Exactly. They address the complete agricultural value chain. This whole venture is backed by a $200 million investment. It projects $560 million in annual revenue by year 5.
Decent numbers. And the return.
A 35% IRR, 2.4-year payback, and it promises to create over 100 direct jobs, many of them high-skilled manufacturing roles.
Wow, what an incredible journey we've taken through this whole multifaceted world of the Philippine coconut industry.
It really covers a lot of ground.
Yeah, from a national roadmap, tackling these deep-rooted challenges, setting this ambitious vision.
To innovative companies like GAIA actually integrating bioenergy with traditional products, that whole zero-waste approach.
And then finally to quantum machineries, building the high-tech, Industry 4.0 ready infrastructure needed to make it all happen. It's a really compelling story of transformation.
It is, turning a struggling sector into potentially a beacon of sustainable development and farmer empowerment.
Which kind of raises an important question, doesn't it, for you, our listener?
How might this whole nut approach, blending traditional agriculture with bioenergy, advanced manufacturing, all while deeply integrating farmer welfare, how might this serve as a blueprint?
A blueprint for other developing agricultural economies, those striving for sustainability, empowering their farmers, achieving global competitiveness.
Exactly. It's about more than just coconuts, isn't it? It's potentially a template for holistic agricultural reform.
That really gives us a lot to chew on. Considering the global push for sustainable development, for local economic growth, the Philippines seem to be showing us that even the humblest crop can hold the key.
When approached with vision and innovation.
Yeah, vision and innovation. Well, thank you for joining us on this deep dive.